Hi, I'm Peggy at Portraits by Peggy. Sometimes I think we forget how fortunate we are to live in such a beautiful city. I mean, there's so many places to take portraits. Obviously, the beach, the piers, and Balboa Park all come to mind, but that's not it. There's other amazing places in San Diego that's just as beautiful. You know, within minutes, we can be from the beaches to the mountains to the desert. And so today, I thought it'd be fun to let you hang out with my son, Joshua. He's the one that does all my video, and he's also my site scout. He knows this place like the back of his hand, and he has found some really fun spots. So him and his friend, Edwin, who is also my second shooter for a lot of events, are going to take you around and show you some great spots, fun places to take portraits. So enjoy.
Okay, so while I'm location scouting, I just look for open spaces for groups, usually, because if there's a space where groups could take a good photo, that means also small numbers of people could take group photos, such as 1, 2, or 3. Groups would be 4 or more in my case. And also, while I'm looking, I try to make sure everything's accessible as possible. Here's another location. This is also another one that's good for big groups, as the last one was good for maybe 1 or 2. In this one, you could probably have an endless number of people here. There's so much space here. And there's some rocks not far from that last location and a fallen tree. However, these locations are a little less accessible. You have to climb some rocks to get to, so in hills it's not ideal. I also like bridges. You'll see a couple more bridges other than this one. They just catch my eye. Bridges and water, tree lines, those are what I always look for. Fallen trees are great for posing, sitting on top, or resting your arm on. So I do keep an eye out for fallen trees that are big enough for someone to sit down or high enough for someone to lean on. If they're too low, I don't usually note them. And this flat area is also good for a group. There's yellow flowers and white flowers. Tree lines, like I was saying, are great. And again, water. Water catches my eye. This water is not too blue, it's kind of green, but there's a lot of green cattails, and it's not too far from the road. Unfortunately, the access is still not that good, even though it's right off the road. It's a pretty steep hill to get up and down. And accessible, this area here is mostly flat, but it is kind of a walk to get to. It just takes a minute or 2, but if you're wearing high heels, you just want to watch your step. But this is a great way to get the ocean in the background without being on the beach. This area has both a bridge and a pond. It's a nice bridge. There's a waterfall as well, and some wildlife such as fish, ducks, and turtles. There's also some tables by the waterfall so you could sit down your items so they're out of the way and you know they're not going to get forgotten or stolen. Then here we are in Balboa Park. This is a popular area for pictures as well. I just threw in here so you can see how I do location scouting. I kind of pan around so you can see the areas and how it looks in the camera. I usually just pause it when I see something I like, and I'll show it to my mom, and that's how I show her locations. Now bridges similar wide like this one, and others are narrow like the one before. The narrow one could probably hold 2 to 1 person for photography. This one could hold a big group. We actually have a behind the scenes video that we did on this bridge, and you'll see that we had a pretty good sized group.
See, what did I tell you? San Diego is full of amazing places for portraits. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and leave me a comment. All right, I'll see you soon.